Hi Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. Well, today I'm going to show you how to do kind of a fun fold card. This is the card, and when you open it up, ta-da! So the back, you can always write your message in the back. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm testing my camera too at the same time to see how it's going to work, because I switched the way I'm putting my camera, because and when it was in the back of me, my hand was in the way. And I will show you at the same time how to make this fun envelope that go with this lovely card. First thing you want to do is take your Simply Score, and you're going to put your piece of paper on the long way here, and this is 12 by 4. So your piece of paper, it's 12 by 4. We're going to score at 2. We're going to score at 4. We're going to score at 8. And then we're going to score at 10. Now, take your diagonal plate. Make sure that the arrow face up. That's very important. And it's all the way in the corner. Put it on. Score at 2. And score at 6. Now you have to flip it upside down like this, because if you flip it just this way, it's still the same score, 2 and 6. So flip upside down. And now we're going to do it again at 2 and then at 6. So again, the measurement, the scoring without the diagonal plate, it's 2, 4, 8, and 10. With the diagonal plate, it is at 2, 6, and then you have to flip it, and again 2 and 6. Now we're done with this. We're going to move this here. Whoops. Now we're going to decorate this. I add the wheels there because I thought it was missing something, so you can see I had the wheel. That's the first thing we're going to do. I'm going to flip this here. Make sure it's straight. For some reason, I think my paper was not straight to start with. And flip. So your two first score, you're going to move that in the back. Now we're going to wheel. I get the vintage wheel. And you know what? I had soft suede, and that was a bit too dark, so I'm going to use crumb cake. Just change the stuff around. And I don't care if my wheel is upside down or straight, because I'm going to keep on moving. So it's going to be all mixed. Here we go. It's just to add a little bit of background. Now I'm going to close this. And now we're going to reinforce our score line. So this part, excuse my reach. This is very important that reinforce. Doesn't matter which way you reinforce. Let's reinforce all our score very good. And I can tell my paper was not straight when I cut it, but it's still going to work. Here we go. After we're done all reinforcing, when I don't have it done here, after you're done all reinforcing this, you're going to take right in the center. You see you get the mountain, the valley, I don't know what they call it, the peak there. Take that, squeeze it. Hold this here. Do the same thing here. It's going to get flipped there. You see those peak right there? Push it together. Close it. Voila. That's how simple it is. Now, in the center here, I pre-cut a piece of cardstock in a Cajun craze. And this one, it is 2 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. Now, if I can find my snail, I switch everything around and I'm kind of lost here. We're going to put this in the center. Voila. Now, I stamp, and this is the Daydream medallion. The big one, I stamp it with soft suede. If you buy this stamp set, when you put it together, save the center because it would add very lovely background or some stuff like the circle for cards. So I would say save that. Just if it's clear mount, just save it. If it's wood, I mount it on top. And then I use the framelit, the flower framelit, floral framelit. I always start counting from the inside, so the number 3, it go perfect for that. They go end to end. So I pre-stamp that, stamp and cut it out. I would sponge around it with soft suede, just to give it a little bit more depth. Okay, now we're done with that. We're going to use the 1 3/4 punch in Cajun Craze. We're going to use dimensional. So I'm going to put dimensional in the back of this. Put that in the center. And then I pre-stamp, I think I did, yes. I pre-stamp the Happy Birthday from the blue ribbon stamp set, the Happy Birthday. Really, the good cutout for that would be the 1 3/8 would fit, you know, and you just get a little bit around it. Well, I'm using the 1 1/4 because I don't want nothing around it. I don't want none of my colors showing of the paper. So 1 1/4 fit perfectly fine. Now, with soft suede, I use 1 3/8 for the soft suede. So this one, it's the Cajun Craze, 1 3/4, 1 3/8 for the soft suede. I think I mixed my number earlier, but now I got it correct. 1 3/4, soft suede, it's 1 3/8. And then my Happy Birthday, I use the 1 1/4. I'm going to put that in the center. Oh, I had something in the back. Whoops. Here we go. So now I get this built up. We're going to mount that in the center of this card. Again, I'm going to use 2 pop-up. Put 1 there, 1 there. And I like to put it right on this piece, so then in case if I would put it here, it would go off, whatever. So I'm going to mount that right in the center. Okay, now for the side, I'm going to use the DSP, the Comfort Cafe. This one I sponge. You see how it's sponge? And I wanted to show you the different sponge, not sponge. See how plain it is when it's not sponge? It's really missing something. So I'm going to sponge this one, and that's sponge with soft suede. And this piece are 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. So you're going to need 2 pieces of your DSP, 2 5/8 and by 3 7/8. It's almost, you know, the 3 and the 4, but I mean, it's just, yeah, almost the 3 and the 4. So this is going to go right here. I could have a little bit more sponge. So again, it's not 2 5/8, it's 1 5/8, almost 2. Silly me again. So it's 1 5/8 by 3 7/8. Going to put that right here. And like I said, my paper was off from the beginning, but You guys gonna see how I did it. My big piece was off, was not cut straight. See, this one fit perfect. Oh, that is a pretty card. Look at that. How simple it is. If you want to add some DSP here, then you're going to cut a square. Your square, it is 2 3/4. Excuse me. 2 5/8. That's where my 2 5/8 come. 2 5/8. This piece here, it's 3/7/8 by 1/7/8. So that's what I was saying. Almost 2 by 4. Where the 2 5/8 really mixed me up on my note, it was for this piece. So this piece, it's 3/7/8 by 1/7/8. This one, 2 5/8. Put your peak there. So we're going to cut that diagonal. Better check on my time. See how much I have to speed. And then let's put the glue. Voila. And over here. So now your card is done, my friends. So next step, it's our envelope. See how cool it is? I think this is a very pretty card. The next one, you're going to take your envelope and seal it. This is a regular size envelope. A2 they call it. Just seal it. Take your paper cutter and cut that at 4 and 3/8. So 4 3/8. Cut that off. Take any size circle. I'm taking 1 1/4, but any size would be okay. Make sure it's open. Put this here. Cut a piece. The reason why you want to do that, it's make it easy to get your card out. I would score 1 inch on this here. I won't get the score out because I'm afraid I'm running out of time. Put some glue on the small tab. Glue on the small tab. The small tab will go up front. So take this. Put that right there. Take your rounder corner for the back of it. Do this. So now you get your perfectly envelope that your card's going to fit in. That is it, my friend. How simple this was. Let me shove this in. Voila. You get your tab. Somebody going to ask me how to glue that. When I'm ready to mail it, I would put a strip of glue there, address it, and you have it. Well, my friend, I'm going to put the good dimension in big, so I won't mix you up too much. Till next time, happy stamping.